Elgato has sent over the Wave DX, their dynamic microphone that's under $100. I believe it's $89. It was even $69 or $79. Nice for Black Friday. Anyway, this microphone is something that I've been wanting to try out, and Elgato finally got in contact with me and sent me one to do a review on. They also sent me a Wave XLR as well as a cable for us to be able to test out this product. As always, we are going to test it against some other microphones around the same price range and the SM7B, so you can hear the quality difference between this and that. Today we're going to be recording on the MacBook and going through the Wave XLR on all these microphones, so stick around, let's get this unboxed, and let me show you the Wave DX. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing. We have no overhead cam today, which is fine, but we're going to go ahead and get inside and see what comes in the box for the Wave DX. Okay, well, pops out. Looks like we've got a little bit of information here, and then the microphone. I can actually get it out of the box, as you can see right here. Oh, that was a little stuck in there. Really cool packaging, as always, Elgato. They've branded all of their packaging. And let's see what we get. Oh, okay, this feels definitely a lot more premium than I was expecting. I feel like it's a lot of metal, yeah, but it's definitely got more weight to it than I expected. Maybe not as much as a Rode PodMic, but similar, which is kind of crazy that they've got this much weight in this. One thing I do like, if you go ahead and look right here, you'll see it says speak in to this end. You have no idea how many creators I've looked at either on YouTube or on Twitch who are not speaking into their microphone the correct way. Every microphone is different where their pickup is, so you got to make sure that you actually do it in the correct location. Learn where you need to speak into your microphone, please. You're gonna get the best results if you do. So here is the mic. As you can see, really nice mic, just black finish. I don't believe that this comes in white yet. However, they also sent me over the white Wave arm, the LP arm that I just did a review for. I'll show you a little clip of it right here. It was pretty cute with my son. And I'm really excited because I think I might replace my main arm with this. There's not much to really say about a mic arm. You just screw it on, attach it, and put a microphone on it. But all right, can we put this in here, please? Can you help me? This piece goes in this. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
All right, help me out. Thank you. High five for helping me out. Good job. Anyway, that is actually over in my main setup. So today we're just going to be using a mic stand for all of our reviews. But honestly, very weighty. It is definitely an XLR connection on the bottom. They do give you an 1/8 inch adapter here for the bottom for you to be able to connect it however you want. And then obviously an arm to be able to tighten and move this around. I actually think this is bigger than what I was expecting. So what we're going to do is go ahead and connect the Wave XLR and get everything connected and do some sound samples. We are going to do a dedicated review just on the Wave XLR. I've done one before on the channel, but they've done some really cool updates, and maybe just as a walkthrough so you can get set up in the Wave XLR with the best setup. Anyway, we're going to unbox this one, record on the Mac. Let's get into some sound samples. Oh, and before I forget, the microphones we're comparing against. So you have the Wave DX right here, the Fifine K688, which is about the same price. I have the cheapest dynamic XLR mic, which is the Fifine K669D, which I've been testing out. We obviously have the Shure SM7B and the Rode PodMic. All of these are under $100 except for the Shure SM7B, but for some reason the entire content creation industry thinks that this is the best microphone in the world, so we'll throw it in there. Gonna open up this Wave XLR. Gonna do this review so you can hear it. Am I Rickrolling people? Was that what's happening? Here's the Wave XLR unbox. Ooh, pretty. Just a side note, this is actually the XLR cable that Elgato sent over that they sell. It's a 10-foot, 3-meter cable. It's braided. It feels really nice. It's a lightweight, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna kink. So yeah, if you're looking for XLR cable, here's one you need to look at. let's get into some sound samples. So what you're hearing right now is actually the Wave DX microphone, and I'm actually having it on 53 decibels of volume. I've turned off all audio enhancements on the Wave XLR, the clip guard, the low cut, everything. This is the raw audio. I'm recording in Adobe Audition at 32-bit float, but the Wave XLR only does 24-bit, just as an FYI. Right now, I'm about 6 inches away, and it looks like it's peaking around like -10, -9 or so. So I'm actually going to get up right onto the microphone and see what this proximity effect is like. I'm really close to it. I'm going to back up about a foot away. I'm about 2 feet away. And now I'm actually going to go around the microphone and hear what that rejection is like. I'm 90 degrees around on the side, coming back around, going back around on the other side. This is 90 degrees. And now I'm actually going to pick up the microphone and spin it around. There might be some handling noise. This is what the actual back of the microphone, the sound like, is coming from the very back. You can tell what rejection would be like. For those of you curious, these are red switches. I'm actually going to put it behind the microphone and just start typing. So this is what the sound rejection would be like if the microphone was kind of like on a boom arm and I was typing on red switches and they're directly behind the mic. It's maybe like 6 inches away from the microphone behind. So what I'm going to do is actually read Sun Tzu's Art of War, the first little bit, and so that you can have an equal comparison between all of the mics. I'm going to try not to touch the table. This microphone stand does have a little bit of handling noise if you mess with it, so just FYI with that. Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are the moral law, heaven, earth, the commander, method, and discipline." Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are the moral law, heaven, earth, the commander, method, and discipline." Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are the moral law, heaven, earth, the commander, method, and discipline." Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are the moral law, heaven, earth, the commander, method, and discipline." Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. These are the moral law, heaven, earth, the commander, method, and discipline." All right, you're back on the overhead mic, and this is the Wave DX. I'm going to go ahead and listen to them and let you know what my thoughts are. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, let's talk about these microphones because I just listened to them several times, and I'm still getting mixed feelings. So let me tell you what I hear, and then you go back and tell me if that's correct. And honestly, again, all of this is subjective. This is my opinion. It's my voice. These are my thoughts. This does not mean that it has to be your thoughts. You listen to it and be the judge, but I'll give you my thoughts just so if you want them, whatever the case. The Wave DX actually has a really good sound to it, and I feel like it has a really nice natural flat sound. It doesn't over accentuate any kind of the sound spectrum. I feel like it really sits where you can really EQ it and do what you want with it. It's a nice microphone. One thing I will say about the Wave DX is there's a lot more room sound. What I mean by that is you could hear a lot more of the presence in the room. So things like on a condenser microphone where you want to have that full breadth of sound that you can really mess with dynamic microphones, you're trying to really cut down and use that sound rejection just because it's the type of the microphone, whatever the case. Roast me in the comments, audiophiles, that's fine. But anyway, you can hear a lot more of the sound of the room, which is great. But if you're trying to reject sound, I feel like that might be a problem, at least in comparison to the other microphones on the table. Kind of like the 669D, which is the cheapest microphone. I felt like it had a little bit clearer of a sound that didn't have all of the room sound, but really focused onto my voice. Now, that's not saying that that's a bad thing. Now, let me say that again. You probably heard sound rejection and my opinion on it. You're like, well, nope, that's a microphone I'll pass on. Again, I really feel like this microphone has a great sound. I do feel like it adds a lot more of the sound around it into it. I don't know if that's because it has all of the perforations almost all the way down. I don't really know all of that. I didn't design it, but I do know that there's a lot more room sounds with this microphone. Of all the ones on the table, I feel like this microphone does really well for its price point. And you be the judge. Does it sound good enough for you to be able to invest your money on? And in that same case with Elgato, you're getting Elgato customer service, which has always been great. I don't know if you've ever had to call Elgato, but yeah, I've called about a couple capture cards and even my Wave XLR and gotten really quick turnaround responses. Really nice stuff. I just said Go XLR, I meant the Wave XLR. Anyway, I'm really impressed with the microphone. I think if you have the money and you're in that budget range and you're looking for a XLR only microphone and that's all you need and you like the Elgato products, this is a really good product to look at that's around that $89 range. For a little cheaper, you could go with like the K688 and get USB as well as XLR, and you can hear what that sound is in comparison. I've covered this microphone several times. You can go look at its dedicated review if you'd like. And in comparison to like the SM7B, I'm going to be honest, I think I'm going to stop doing comparisons to this microphone because number one, I just don't use it that often in my setup anymore. And number two, there are so many other great products that you can probably take a look at and compare to. So this might be the retirement of the SM7B for my reviews. Let me know in the comments if I should continue to do that. Or honestly, I would love for Shure to send out the SM7DB to review that. But in my opinion, for the sound quality you're going to get after compression and streaming quality and video quality and all the compression that comes with it, I just don't see a $400 microphone being the investment you need to make. And with that, that'll bring us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit it with a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. It helps out the video and really pushes in the algorithm. Really appreciate you guys. You should check out this video and this video. Both of them are nuts. I'm sure you're going to find some awesome spots in those that are going to give you a lot of improvement on your stream and in your content and in your community. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day.